Dear students, in this session we are going to deal with the second poem, If, which is written by Rudyard Kipling. As we have already seen in the previous sessions, even before we discuss the poem, we need to know about the poet. So, this session deals with the introduction to the poet Rudyard Kipling. To begin with, he was in the period between 1865 and 1936. He is an English short story writer, poet, and a novelist, chiefly remembered for his novels and short stories. So, more than poems, he is known for his novels and short stories. He was born in Bombay, India, and he worked in India for 7 years from 1882 to 1889, and he was known for his support of British imperialism, and several of his works are considered as Eurocentric, as it is already clearly mentioned in the slide here. Eurocentric means supporting European culture. So, most of the times, the literature that he had written supported European culture. And Kipling's clarity of style, his use of colloquial language, and the way he used rhythm and rhyme are considered as major innovations in poetry. And he was known for these styles which are mentioned here. And he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature at the age of 42. So, this makes him the youngest person to receive the award in 1907. His parents were Alice Kipling and John Lockwood Kipling, and his father, John Kipling, was a sculptor and a pottery designer, and he was also the principal and professor of architectural sculpture. They got married and moved to India in 1865. They had been so moved by the beauty of the Rudyard Lake area that they named their first child after it. So that's how the name Rudyard Kipling, the name of the poet. And Rudyard Kipling's famous poems are mentioned here. Four of them are mentioned here. And in 1886, he published his first collection of verse. The title of that is Departmental Ditties. He was allowed more creative freedom and was asked to contribute short stories to the newspaper. Probably this was the turning point for him to start with the culture of writing short stories in his career. And from 1883 to 1889, Kipling worked in British India for local newspapers such as the Civil and Military Gazette in Lahore and the Pioneer in Allahabad. On 9th March 1889, he left India, traveling first to San Francisco via Rangoon, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Japan. So in London, Kipling had several stories accepted by magazines. So he started becoming more famous as a short story writer than as a poet after this. He found a place to live for the next 2 years at Villiers Street near Charing Cross in a building subsequently named Kipling House. And he published a novel called The Light That Failed when he had a nervous breakdown and met an American writer and publishing agent, Walcott Ballestier, with whom he collaborated on a novel, The Naulahaka. Late in 1891, a collection of his short stories on the British in India, Life's Handicap, was published in London. So he traveled in the literary career from poetry to short stories and then novels. On 18th January 1892, Kipling married Carrie Ballestier in London in the thick of an influenza epidemic. Kipling and his wife settled first in the United States and then in Japan. Their first child was born on the night of 29th December 1892. And it's a very interesting fact to know that his wife's birthday is 31st December, his own birthday is 30th December, and his child's birthday is 29th December. So they were all born in the same month, consecutive days. He produced, along with the Jungle Books, a book of short stories, a novel, and a profusion of poetry, including the volume The Seven Seas. So he had, to his credit, a lot of poems, short stories, and novels as well. The collection of Barrack Room Ballads was issued in March 1892 and first published individually for the most part in 1890. He especially enjoyed writing the Jungle Books and also corresponding with many children who wrote to him about this particular book and this particular story. So he enjoyed corresponding with children rather than any of his other works. Kipling wrote a number of speculative fiction short stories, including The Army of a Dream. In 1907, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature, having been nominated in that year by Charles Oman, professor at the University of Oxford. And he kept writing until the early 1930s, but at a slower pace and with less success than before. On 12th January 1936, he suffered a hemorrhage in his small intestine and he underwent surgery. And he died in less than a week later on 18 January 1936 at the age of 70. His death had previously been incorrectly announced in a magazine. This was, is it a fortune telling or by mistake? Nobody knows. He had written about this incorrect announcement in one of his write ups. He has said this way: I have just read that I am dead. Don't forget to delete me from your list of subscribers. So, this was what he had written even before his death. And probably this introduction would be sufficient for us to know about Kipling and then to understand his poem If, which is going to be a kind of a route map to become a good human being, and it can be a kind of guidelines for anybody to follow to become a better human being. Thank you very much. In the next session, we will start with the analysis of the poem If. Thank you.